So right now, tell me, ma'am. So how can one parent actually build very safe environment for the kid? Because environment where the kids grow is very, really, very important in their lives. And because of this environment, the kid can actually communicate and build strong relationships. So tell us about this clean environment and good environment in which a kid should grow, ma'am.
Yeah. So, children get the best environment, as I said before, when they feel safe, seen, and supported. So you need to remember, always need to think on this basis: are they safe, are they seen, and are they supported? So what parents can do here is keep their tone. Like if they want to like discipline or something, then keep your tone calm. But if they want to teach something, then keep their tone encouraging. It should not be performance based always. Oh, you did best or something like that. So your tone must be encouraging. For example, and they should always try to praise efforts over outcome. You should not think about outcome. You should always praise the efforts. Always, no matter they fail, they win. You need to praise efforts instead of outcome. So just like, oh, you worked hard on that puzzle, I liked it. So you're just telling them, okay, you worked hard. So that creates that creates a pathway in their mind that I can handle challenges. So even if they go wrong, you worked so hard for that puzzle, so it's okay. So your child will know that it's good to handle the challenges. And for creating a calm environment and positive environment, you can there's one trick which works very well, that you can have a calm cozy corners at your home, some kind of a corner or some kind of a cozy place at your home where your child can express their feelings, so that the child knows if he is very disappointed, if he is very sad, even if he goes and sit that at that place, the mom can easily understand that, yeah, child, there is something wrong with him at the moment. And then when you go and ask him, he'll be able to share with you. So instead of using timeouts, like if they have done something wrong, going and sending them to another room, try sending them, like try to talk them properly and send them to that cozy place, so that they know that, oh, it's my place to express my emotions. They learn that thing, so they will start expressing things. Like going forward in future, they will not keep hiding things from you. So they will know that my parents are safe, I can talk to them. Then another good thing to give them a nice environment is do some unstructured play. Now what do you mean by unstructured play is, you encourage your kids to do some activities that do not have rules in it. Do some pretend play, or playing lego blocks, or drawing anything. Or even if I think that you want to explain something, I don't use that trick, but I have seen that very, like, few parents use that and it works well. If you want to make them understand something, then they do it by drawing the things, by drawing, because children remember visual things, right? So just draw something on that and try to explain the things to them. So this unstructured play also plays a very nice role in building a good environment for their kids.
That's great to
Yep,
know.
this is what I think.
That's great to know about the virtual drawings and all that, man. So also consider if a kid is good, having not a calm mood, and if the connection is very cut at any kind of abrupt or any kind of rude behavior. So at this point of time, if it may be an adult, it will be very difficult to go and talk them, but we can make them understand. But it's very tough even for the adults. If there is any kind of rude behavior and if there is any breakup, then we can go and talk to a partner. So in the same way, what happens with our kids? So they go in a very kind of abruptive, like kind of any behavior, and the communication is lost. How can one regain this connection again, ma'am?
Yeah. So lots of time it happens that, yeah, parents can go wrong. They sometimes get frustrated. So if the parent go wrong, then just own it and reconnect. Just try to repair it. Yeah. So if he goes wrong, then go and tell your kid that, I know that I was really angry and I raised my voice. So I'm really sorry, but I'm also learning this thing. I'm also learning to be calm if I'm upset. So tell them that kind of thing, and reconnect with them, so that the kids understand, okay, if even if I make mistakes, it's okay, I can repair it. So even if I go wrong, even if the kid talks something in frustration or says something wrong, then he will, by modeling this thing to them, they will also know that, okay, now I also did wrong thing, now I need to go and talk to the other person, that, okay, I'm so sorry, I was wrong, I was upset, and so I did this thing, but now I'm also learning, so I'm sorry. Just uh, be that model, basically. So whatever your kid wants, you like, whatever you want your kid to do that thing to them. So that way, just own it and reconnect it, repair and reparent.
Yeah, it's like be a model and you'll be expecting your child to be your mini model. So that's a good thing, man. So